I'm pleased to offer a few comments. First of all, I'm just very absolutely honored and pleased to be able to participate with such distinguished judges. I wish we could all in person, but let's enjoy it this way. Second, I'll offer a few observations of things from my experience that lead me to things on disability that you may be able to use. First of all, I think that the most important lesson for me has always been
Judge Gould, can you just steady your microphone? Your voice is wavering a little because I think your microphone is going here and there.
so just hold on a second, bring it closer. Give me some more ice water.
Yes, now it's good. Now it's good. It just became muffled in between. Now it's good. Yeah.
Okay, my disability is MS. Occasionally, my vocal cords get awfully weak, and I'll sip
Yes.
water to strengthen them. But
Thank you.
what I wanted to say was this: if a person with a disability will only concentrate on what they can do rather than on what they cannot do, I believe they can achieve quite a bit. And of course, I need not address that point to this distinguished and high achieving group. But if there are law students who listen to these lectures, I hope they will keep that in mind. Second, whatever a person thinks they can do, they need a system of law in their community that will provide them with a reasonable accommodation. In the US, we have a federalism system and we have laws at the federal level in the Americans with Disabilities Act, and we have laws in every single one of our 50 states. And then finally, we have laws in local jurisdictions. All of these can help provide reasonable accommodations to, to those with disabilities to permit them to reach their goals and contribute to society. Third, whatever they feel they concentrate on, they really can't necessarily achieve it without that legal framework. So, those of you who are able to influence the legislators in your country or the, the members of your highest court to get the legal framework established, I really urge you to set up a system that gives the force of law to accommodations for those who need it, or those who can benefit from it. Fourth, I think, as several speakers have mentioned, ultimately there's an attitudinal problem in society that must be overcome if the disabled are going to achieve as much as they can. So, for example, if a law student who's brilliant cannot get a job in a law firm after graduation, it's going to be hard for them to prove themselves. If they'd like to be a judge but can't get an opportunity uh, working for a judge like the opportunities I had with Judge McCree and Justice Stewart, it's going to be harder for them to envision doing that. So I'd like to encourage my colleagues here, if you haven't already done it, to please try to consider hiring any highly qualified disabled persons who might apply to work for you as a law clerk. In my case, I've had several law clerks who, like me, were in wheelchairs. Uh, one of them went on to found an orphanage in another country, and another one has received a commission to be a judge in a court in Seattle. And I've had clerks with other disabilities, but I've had a clerk almost totally uh, blind who performed with unbelievable excellence for me. And I'm not sure how she did it, but I know this: when I hired her, she'd done well in law school. And I asked her, was there any software that my court could buy that would help accommodate her needs to create high quality work for me? And she said there was, and told me the Blue Ribbon software she recommended. Uh, and my court got that for her. And somehow it helped her get through these massive records that we have and be able to pinpoint what she needed. Uh, so I do encourage that. Uh, Beyond that, I think I would just say I'm sure I could learn more on this panel from listening than I can from talking. So I'd like to cede my time to my colleagues if there's any remaining. And thank you all for the great pleasure of meeting with you.